Today, we are embarking on a journey through time and space to explore Polaris, the North Star, an extraordinary celestial beacon that has served as humanity's unshakable guide for over 5,000 years. To the casual stargazer, it is just a bright, steady light hanging above the North Pole. But to historians, astronomers, explorers, and ancient cultures alike, Polaris is far more than a star. It is a cosmic compass, a symbol of constancy in a chaotic universe, and a key that unlocked the secrets of long-distance travel and celestial navigation. For millennia, sailors crossing uncharted oceans, nomads wandering vast deserts, travelers trekking through mountain ranges, and even ancient astronomers mapping the heavens have turned their eyes to Polaris, trusting it to lead them true. In a world where everything changes, seasons shift, tides rise and fall, empires rise and fall, Polaris has remained a constant, a silent sentinel in the northern sky that never strays from its post. Today, we will peel back the layers of myth history and cutting-edge astrophysics to reveal the true story of Polaris, why it is our North Star, how it works, what it is made of, its critical role in human civilization, and the stunning cosmic fate that awaits this legendary guide in the far future. First, let us start with the most basic and awe-inspiring fact. Polaris is not just any star, it is the current pole star of Earth, meaning it lies almost directly above our planet's North Pole. If you stand at the North Pole and look straight up, Polaris is directly overhead. For anyone in the Northern Hemisphere, the angle of Polaris above the horizon matches your exact latitude on Earth. This simple life-saving truth is the foundation of celestial navigation, a skill that allowed humans to explore the globe long before GPS, compasses, or modern maps. Imagine being a sailor in the 15th century, lost in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, with no land in sight, no radio, no satellite signal. The only thing you can rely on is the night sky, and there it is, Polaris, shining steady, telling you exactly which way is north. This is not just a convenience. It is a matter of survival. For centuries, Polaris was the difference between reaching a safe harbor and wandering into disaster, between discovering new lands and being lost at sea forever. Every great explorer you can name, Columbus, Magellan, Viking raiders, Polynesian wayfinders, all used Polaris to chart their courses across the unknown. It is no exaggeration to say that human exploration as we know it would not have been possible without this single, unassuming star. But what makes Polaris the North Star, and will it always hold this title? The answer lies in Earth's gentle, slow wobble, a cosmic motion called precession. Earth spins on its axis like a top, but over time, that axis slowly traces a giant circle in the sky, a cycle that takes roughly 26,000 years to complete. Right now, our axis points almost perfectly at Polaris, but thousands of years ago, it pointed to a different star, and thousands of years from now, it will point to another. 13,000 years ago, Vega, the bright blue star in the constellation Lyra, was our North Star. 13,000 years from now, Vega will reclaim that title, and Polaris will fade into the background of the night sky, just another ordinary star. This means Polaris's role as our guide is a temporary gift from the cosmos, a fleeting moment in astronomical time that we are lucky to witness. Even more remarkably, Polaris is not perfectly aligned with the North Pole. It is off by just a fraction of a degree, making it the closest bright star to the pole in our current era. This tiny imperfection is what makes it so perfect for navigation. It is close enough to be reliable, but not so close that it is invisible to the naked eye. Now, let us turn to the science of Polaris itself, a star that is far more complex and fascinating than most people realize. Many assume Polaris is the brightest star in the sky, but that is a common myth. Polaris is only the 48th brightest star visible from Earth, outshone by dozens of others, like Sirius, Vega, and Arcturus. Its power comes not from its brightness, but from its position. Polaris belongs to the constellation Ursa Minor, the Little Bear, and it forms the tip of the Little Dipper's handle. It is a triple star system, not a single star, 3 stars orbiting a common center of gravity. The main star, Polaris A, is a supergiant, far larger and more massive than our Sun. It is about 4.5 times the mass of the Sun, and 50 times its diameter, shining with a luminosity nearly 2,500 times greater than our home star. This makes it a brilliant beacon, even at its immense distance from Earth, roughly 323 light-years away. To put that in perspective, the light you see from Polaris tonight left the star around 1700 CE during the age of European exploration and the early days of modern science. When you look at Polaris, you are not just seeing a star. You are seeing light that traveled through space for over 3 centuries to reach your eyes. Polaris is also a special type of star, called a Cepheid variable, a class of stars that pulse in brightness at regular intervals. This pulsation is not random. It is a key tool astronomers use to measure distances in the universe. Cepheid variables have a direct relationship between their pulsation period and their true brightness. So by measuring how often Polaris pulses, scientists can calculate exactly how far away it is and use it as a standard candle to map the scale of the Milky Way and beyond. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope and James Webb Space Telescope have studied Polaris extensively, refining our measurements of its distance, mass, and pulsation pattern. These observations have solved long-standing mysteries about the star, including its exact age, roughly 70 million years old, young compared to our 4.62 billion-year-old Sun, and its dynamic interaction with its 2 companion stars, Polaris B and Polaris AB. Polaris B is a smaller, fainter star that orbits the main supergiant at a distance of about 2,400 astronomical units, while Polaris AB is a tiny hot dwarf star that orbits extremely close to Polaris A, so close that it was not directly observed until 2006, thanks to Hubble's advanced optics. The cultural significance of Polaris stretches back to the earliest human civilizations, long before the rise of modern astronomy. The ancient Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Chinese, Vikings, and Native American tribes all revered Polaris and wove it into their myths, religions, and daily lives. To the ancient Greeks, Polaris was the fixed star, the only star that did not move across the sky while the rest of the cosmos rotated around it. They believed it was the center of the universe, a divine anchor holding the heavens in place. The Vikings called it Loka Brenna, associating it with their gods and using it to navigate their longships across the North Atlantic. In ancient China, Polaris was known as the Emperor Star, a symbol of the imperial throne and the unchanging center of the celestial court. Native American tribes saw it as a star of rest, a place where souls went after death, a constant and peaceful home in the sky. For every culture that looked up at the night sky, Polaris represented stability, order, and guidance, universal themes that resonate with humanity across all time and borders. In the modern age, you might think Polaris has lost its purpose, now that we have GPS, satellite navigation, and advanced mapping technology. But nothing could be further from the truth. Polaris still plays a vital role in astronomy, navigation, and education. Amateur astronomers use it to find their way around the night sky, as all other stars appear to rotate around it. It is the starting point for learning constellations, a gateway to understanding the mechanics of our solar system and the wider galaxy. For astronauts and space agencies, like NASA, Polaris is a reference point for calibrating telescopes and spacecraft navigation systems, a cosmic benchmark that remains reliable even in the age of space travel. It also serves as a powerful reminder of humanity's connection to the cosmos. In a world dominated by screens and artificial light, looking up at Polaris is a simple, profound act that grounds us in the vastness of space and time. It reminds us that we are part of something far larger than ourselves, that we have always been explorers, guided by the stars. As we look to the future, Polaris' legacy will continue, even as it fades from its role as our North Star. In about 1,000 years, it will reach its closest alignment with the North Pole, shining as the perfect guide for a brief moment in cosmic history. Then, slowly, over thousands of years, it will drift away, and Vega will take its place. But Polaris will never be forgotten. It will remain etched in human history as the star that led us across the planet, the star that inspired our first steps into astronomy, and the star that symbolizes hope and direction in the dark. It is a testament to the beauty and order of the universe, a quiet hero in the night sky that has served humanity faithfully for millennia. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.